Hi, I'm Gary and welcome to TaxBulldog for the best thoughts and ideas on trimming your tax debt. Now these videos are to help you to help yourself to avoid costly professional fees. If your situation has a level of complexity, then you may want to consult a tax professional. Now these videos will at least give you an introduction of what to expect and to know when someone is just misleading you. Now before I start, I have to make a few disclosures that are important. Now for purposes of brevity, I will just list these in the description below. Be sure to read them as they do contain important information you will need to know. In these videos, I will make references to links and resources on the web. Often, I will display them on the screen and I'll put them in the description below. If the link is lengthy, I'll just list it below. Now you may see some jump cuts in the video as I sometimes make edits. If you feel you need professional help, you can see my video on selecting a tax professional to represent you at this link, and I'll put this below. Now the little icons that you see pop up on the screen occasionally, usually in the top right corner of the screen, are links to additional information and resources for you. You can click on it and go view the additional information. This video will pause when you do that so you can return here and resume where you left off at. So take advantage of that. I will also provide links to these pop-up topics in the description below. So to get down to this subject, in this video I'm going to talk about the IRS returning on July 15th of 2020 after a hiatus because of the COVID-19 virus. Now this has been an unusual time. The federal government has been basically shut down except for basic necessary functions. The IRS was not answering the phones, and a lot of employees were furloughed or working at home. Collections basically was not open at all. They still did accept payments and processed automatic draft payments such as EFTs and debits. Now the IRS and states reopened July 15 this year, 2020. Eventually, we expect this pandemic to end and life to resume. Understandably, that will not resume to what we knew as normal. It is going to be a different kind of world and economy. Now how we are going to restart the economy is yet to be seen, as there have been recent spikes in the virus, so this is an uncertainty. Now when we start returning to work on a larger scale, there's going to be some needs in life we'll have to catch up on. Basic living expenses and primary debts that piled up during the economic shutdown, such as rents, mortgages, car loans, leases, other loans, etc. We will need to balance addressing those along with the current expenses of going to work and producing income, such as daycare if schools are still closed, and additional commuting costs if parents and others need to drive further for different needs or available daycare to enable them to go to work. Now there will be a share of the people who will not return to work or not at the same level as they were before. They may become a part of the self-employed or gig economy. What will this do to the cost of living? We have seen some prices increase sharply because of the supply and demand rule. Toilet paper, for example. Yeah, one weird example. If people are not returning to work and or not earning as much as they did, that's going to be a heavy burden on the economy. Now the IRS reopened on July 15, and I presume that they have been staffing up for some time to get the machine up and running. They're still not up to full staff yet. What's it going to be like? Expect some, perhaps a lot, of delay and confusion. With the virus having a resurgence lately, the IRS is not likely to be fully staffed. They were understaffed as it was before this virus. They'll have to exercise social distancing, which reduces the number of people they can have in a workspace to process work. Just like anywhere else, essentially, things are cut in half or less. In a report to Congress recently, the taxpayer advocate reported that IRS computers have generated hundreds of thousands of notices that were processed but never mailed. Now, the notices have reached their deadline dates, and taxpayers are not even aware of them. Yet, the computer thinks the deadline is passed. There's no response, and the system automates the next actions, which can be denials, collection actions, tax liens, and more. Now, millions of pieces of correspondence from taxpayers have not been processed, as no one or few are in the mailroom at the IRS. Now, millions of pieces of correspondence is piled up in the mail rooms, warehouses, and truck trailers. It seems truck trailers have become a favorite place to put things you don't want to deal with. Now, a lot of cases in the audit and examination and collections and appeals have been in limbo during the shutdown. Have patience, but also keep an eye open for any correspondence from the IRS or states so you can circumvent any notices or procedures that you have not had your due process or time to deal with due to the government's inability to communicate. Now, beware of scammers. If you have any doubt, contact your tax professional immediately. See this link for clues to scammers. The scammers aren't professional thieves. They're highly trained to insidiously fool you and steal your money, and they're very good at it. So to summarize, the IRS and states came back to work as of July 15 of 2020. I've been repeating that one a lot. Expect long delays in processing anything that is not electronic. Even the electronic processing may run into delays. Expect IRS backlog to be 6 months to a year. They were understaffed to begin with, and they were out for 3 months. Now they're back. They have to process the current work, catch up on the 3 months lost, and still have a reduced staff due to social distancing at the workplace. So that's going to take a while. Keep an eye open for any correspondence from the IRS or state. Address it promptly or consult with your tax professional so you can avoid any unpleasant actions against you. And we will see how this develops over time, so stay tuned. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it or found it informative, please hit that thumbs up icon and give me a like. Please share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss anything. And please give me your comments. I'd like to hear what you think, what your questions are, and what tax topics would you like to see videos on. And be sure to read that description below for additional information and links to resources. There is a lot of great information down there. Also check back periodically as I do add information, corrections, and updates that you may need to know. Thank you.